Alright, Sonic X Shadow Generations is 2 months away, and the hype is real. And things have actually been looking really good for the game right now. Every fan I went to online seems to be hyped for the game, even more so than they were for Frontiers. The marketing for the game has been spot on, and is already better than whatever the hell is going on with the marketing for Sonic Movie 3, cause we still don't have a trailer yet for whatever the fuck. But in that time, we got several trailers for Shadow Generations, and we've of course got a new trailer for the Shadow portion of the upcoming Generations remaster, and it goes over more of what we already know, and it shows more of Shadow's new abilities. And what's a little bit weird is how the trailer literally came out several hours before Gamescom happened, which is complete bullshit, but in a good way, which is weird to say. Now, I did already see the trailer, so this isn't going to be a blind reaction, unfortunately. I'm just going to revisit the trailer for the 800th time because the trailer was that jam-packed and was just filled to the brim with stuff to unravel. But I kind of wish this was a blind reaction because you guys should have seen how excited I got when I saw this trailer for the first time. Like, I'm stuttering already. That's how just blown back I am. And we haven't even watched it now. Alright, so we're doing this. We are watching the trailer, and I'm going to give my thoughts on the things that show up on the screen right about now.
Something calls to me. I meet again, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, dude, Black Doom's voice is sick in this, and I heard that it's not the original voice actor. Doom Spears. So basically Shadow's normal moveset, but supercharged from the looks of it. Wait, was that Radical Highway in the daytime? Yeah, I noticed that was Radical Highway before, but now it's daytime. Wait, was that? Yeah, and people were saying that one level was Desert Ruins or whatever it was called, and I believe one of the Sonic Forces stages is returning too, and this is just literally cool. And look at this! Chaos Island? And 2D, of course. Yep, not surprised. Doom Wings, I'm sure this is what we're all here for. Alright, show me the gameplay, show me the gameplay! Look at him soar! Look at him soar! Tornadoes, perfect chaos. Okay, Doom Surf, and here's the highlight of the trailer. You'll see why. Look! I remember when I first saw this, I was like, ah, damn it, why is Metal Overlord back? You guys know how much I hate Sonic Heroes. And what Shadow said there, I am the true ultimate life form. That is how you do it. Like, if there's any word that can, or any trailer that can describe how a trailer should be done, that's how you do it. That is certainly how you do it. I still think all the Shadow 05 acknowledgement from the game is just really surreal and just wholesome. Because, as you all know, Shadow's game back in 2005 was one of the worst Sonic games. Yeah, no offense to anyone out there who likes the game, I guess, but the game, for the most part, it's awful. And yeah, it really was one of the worst 3D Sonic games ever made. But here we are, where they brought back Black Doom out of all people. Or creatures. And some of y'all thought that Black Doom was going to be the only returning enemy of the Sonic series for this game. But no, y'all were wrong. Y'all were very much wrong. And it is just a blessing that they're finally using levels that have not been reused before. Rail Canyon, Radical Highway, Space Colony Arc, etc. And of course Kingdom Valley. How the hell can I forget Kingdom Valley? My all-time favorite stage from 06. I don't care. Yeah, 06, glitchy, worst Sonic game ever, blah blah blah. But Kingdom Valley, that was the most beautiful part of the game. And speaking of levels, people were clarifying that this level that you see right here is apparently Desert Ruins? I mean, or whatever it was called, I don't know. It kind of reminded me of Sandopolis a little bit, like because of the texture and stuff. Obviously it's not Sandopolis, but eh. Who knows what it is? I don't know why the hell I took the microphone off. I was literally supposed to keep this on for the whole video. I don't know why I took it off after the video was done. And while we're on the topic of that, people have been clarifying that Sunset Heights from Sonic Forces could also be returning in this game. And I think it was shown in like one of the areas there, and it showed specifically one of Eggman's robots from Sonic Forces. So is Shadow just gonna get some of the future levels, which could explain why we see Chaos Island, even though we all know he obviously wasn't in Sonic Frontiers? Okay, so these are basically Shadow's normal attacks, but supercharged, thanks to Doom, who's basically trying to, you know, control over his body in this, from what I've seen on the website, I guess. Like, we don't have much synopsis of what's gonna happen, which I hope there is a lot more story, because since they're acknowledging Shadow the Hedgehog, that game went big time on, like, Shadow's backstory and lore and stuff like that. So they'd have to do something like that again for this. I mean, it's for Sonic Generations, and we all know the original Generations lacked a lot of story, but this could be their chance to do it right. And we don't know if it's going to take place, like, during or before or after the events of the original Generations, but yeah, who knows what could happen. And yes, it seems like we're of course getting 2D, not surprised. Although I heard that there's going to be fully 3D stages that are over like 5 minutes long, so that's good. But by this point, I think we're pretty much all of us are in agreement that all 3D Sonic games moving forward from here on out need to have full 3D stages without 2D. I believe 06 was like the last full 3D game to be just, you know, completely 3D, no 2D whatsoever. And weird how it's 06 of all games. And I think I said this in my reaction video to the Dark Beginnings prologue thing, but I'm really going as far to say that this game will be Kirk Thornton's best performance as Shadow. And, you know, he's not my favorite Shadow VA, but he could make major improvements here. He could definitely shine the most. Like I said earlier, when I saw Metal Overlord for the first time in this trailer, I was like, ah, damn it, why is Metal Overlord back? Therefore, I'm angry. Yep, that's really how I felt. But here's another question. Is Mephiles gonna come back? Because he was, like, a really important villain, specifically for Shadow. So if BioLizard, Black Doom, and Metal Overlord are possible, then that gives me a lot of hope for Mephiles. And I could be going a little bit too far with this one, but maybe Infinite could return? I mean, who knows, Sega and Sonic Team, this could be your chance to do Infinite justice and, you know, get him right. Oh man, leave it to gaming companies like Sega to make an almost 2-minute video with a lot to dissect from it. I'm of course not going to go over every little detail, because people are already working their magic on that, so it's fine. But in all seriousness, from my point of view, this seems to be the Shadow Unleashed and Shadow Frontiers that I've unironically been asking for years. It's not exactly difficult to see where I'm coming at with Frontiers, but Unleashed? Think of it. Shadow morphing into all these monster transformations and shit. It just gives me that same vibe. Dude, I'm just dying to see how this game is gonna run on Switch. I mean, we already know it's gonna look terrible. Obviously, I'm not gonna play it on Switch because, you know. And I was told that Omega can be seen in this shot on the very top left. So it's basically the same as the original Generations, with the characters standing in front of the levels for you to talk to. But my question earlier was, when has all of this taken place? Is it before, during, or after the events of the original Generations? I mean, because the time meter was shown in the Summer Game Fest trailer, and apparently we're getting Chaos Island as a level from the looks of it. It's probably during the events. I mean, it makes the most sense, but my thoughts are just all over the place after watching this trailer, and it's really hard to think straight now. All the trailers have been popping off, and everyone is hyped for this game, which it seems like it could be delivering. The trailers for this game are doing the most of what the Frontiers trailers should have been doing. But in all honesty, I'm starting to cry on the inside because I'm afraid I'll have to eventually admit that this game could be better than Sonic Frontiers. They're even making this huge bundle pack for the game, which at first glance makes me want to reach for my wallet and buy the game a second time, but nah, I know I can't. What else can I say? Aside from Sonic X Shadow Generations, I'm all for it. I am definitely all for it. And also, Sega, if you actually do tempt on bringing Infinite back, I would really appreciate that because he had so much missed potential. Please, he deserves better. Also, why haven't we gotten a Sage figure yet?